hopefully now that you have seen that the Pythagorean theorem is really true from the last video, now we want to see how we can use the Pythagorean theorem in problem solving. So this first one, we have this square and it's not nice and lined up to the squares on our grid here. So we want to use the Pythagorean theorem to find the length of the sides of this square. So I'm just going to say that we know that it's a square, so all the sides are the same. So we can pick any of these sides, right? I'm just going to use this one at the top here, and I'm going to draw out and outline my right triangle. Notice that I have a right angle here. So I'm just going to label the sides A, B, and C. Again, it doesn't matter which one is A or B, but it does matter which one is C. So A and B, arbitrarily, are the legs. And again, like I said, you could do it this way, right? It doesn't matter. But for my purposes, I'm going to label this one A and this one B. And then it does matter which one is C because it has to be the hypotenuse. And the hypotenuse has to be the side that's opposite the right angle. So this has to be C. All right. And just to remind myself, A squared plus B squared equals C squared. That's my Pythagorean theorem. So now I know the length of A is 1, 2, 3 units. So 3 squared plus B is 1, 2, 3, 4 units. 4 squared is going to give me C squared. So let's see, what is 3 squared? 3 times 3 is 9, plus 4 squared, 4 times 4 is 16, and that's going to give me C squared. 9 plus 16 is 25, gives me C squared. Now I don't want just C squared, right? I want C. So I have to undo a square, and to undo an exponent like squaring, I am going to square root both sides of my equation now. And if I take the square root of C squared, the square root of anything squared is just itself. And then the square root of 25, I have to think of a number times itself that's going to give me 25. Something times itself is going to be 25. And that number, 25, happens to be a perfect square. You can evaluate it on your calculator if you want. But I already know that 5 times 5 is 25. So my C is going to be 25 units long. So that's one way that you can use the Pythagorean theorem.